So Jeremiah 29:11 says that God has good plans for us, plans to give us a hope and a future. Hope and future, right? And a lot of times we grow up in church and we hear a lot about purpose and God has a plan for your life and God has a purpose for your life. Have you ever heard that? Yeah. And then you're a young person who is going through school and people start asking you, hey, you're graduating high school. What are you doing afterwards? Or when are you going to college? Or what do you want to do with your life? Or where are you going to get a job? Do you like your job? Do you want to do that your whole life? Like that's a lot to think about as a young person when you're still trying to figure out who you are, what you like, what you want to do in your life, all those things. And God has a purpose for us. He has a plan for us, but it's up to us to seek that and to want to walk that out, right? So like when we moved to the U.S., I knew I wanted to go to college here in the U.S. I wanted to be an architect, believe it or not. And after high school, I was going to move to Auburn, to go to Auburn University for the School of Architecture. But once I realized how expensive that was, I was like, I don't know, maybe I need a different plan. And then I joined the Guard, and the Guard paid for my college education, right? But I didn't do architecture. I decided to stay here, and I have a degree in foreign languages. But I said all that to say that I had the choice to move to Auburn and do that. And I think I would have probably not been close to my family anymore because I moved away. I probably would have not met Mark. I probably would not have the kids that I have. I wouldn't, because our kids are a combination of Mark and I, right? So our kids would not be our kids. The plan would have been different. But I chose to do this other thing. And I'm here now, and I have a wonderful husband and a beautiful life, beautiful kids, and I love being home with my family, my parents, my siblings, all of that. So there, at that point where I was needing to make a decision, I said, Lord, you know what I want to do. Since I was a little girl, I wanted to be an architect. But is that something that you put in my heart, or is that something that I desired because of the circle of influence that I grew up in, right? And so I realized that I just wanted to be an architect because there was someone that I grew up around who was a family of architects, and I admired them, But then I thought, well, God, what is it that you really want me to do? Because I want to do what you want me to do, And then I was frustrated with relationships, and I sat on my bed one day with my heart broken. And I said, God, I am tired of trusting me. So God told me, I want you to start praying for your spouse. He said, I know you want to be married and you want to find someone that will love you and that will love me. So just pray for him. And I said, okay. So I started praying for my husband. I didn't know who he was, his name or anything. Mark and I had been working together for 4 years, and I didn't know that he could be my husband. But God gave me that task to pray for my husband. And if you hear our story, you'll see the timeline and how God started working in his life around that time. And then God just worked things out for us to be together. And I could not be happier. I'm very, very blessed. But that came where I just had to surrender and say, Lord, I want whatever you want for my life, I want it. So show me. And then he told me, just pray for him. Because Mark was going through a very hard time in his life. And if he had not came out of that, we would have never started a relationship. So God does amazing things. And God will do amazing things for you. You just have to be open to that. So he has good plans for you, but it's up to you to be open to his plans and want to do what he wants, because ultimately what he wants for your life is the best scenario. He only has good plans for you. So just wanted I think that kind of goes along with what he shared today, and God loves you so much and he wants the best for you. He really does. And we love you. So anyway, that's it. We love you guys.